Stop. Check your change before you spend that 1996 D dime. I'm not kidding. A plain Denver mint Roosevelt dime can be worth thousands, but only if it hits very specific windows. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what to look for. The single strike detail on the torch that turns 10 cents into four figures, the error types that instantly jump into the thousands, and the quick test to avoid getting fooled. No fluff. Real 2025 market comps, clear diagnostics, and exactly how to sell it for max money. All right, let's set expectations fast. The 1996 D is a huge vintage coin, most are worth face value. Where the real money is, ultra-high grade with a fully struck torch and dramatic mint errors. If you nail either lane, you're not talking pocket change, you're talking a car payment or more. Start with the big one, full bands, full torch, and top grade. On Roosevelt Dimes, the grading services award a strike designation when the torch is fully brought up. PCGS calls it FB, full bands, NGC calls it FT, full torch. You want to see both horizontal bands on the torch clearly split with a clean, unbroken line plus strong vertical lines on the torch's flutes. Weak, mushy bands? No designation. Why this matters in 2025, population at MS68 with FB/FT is tiny. That scarcity drives price. Clean, blazing 1996 D dimes that certify MS67 FB. FT can bring strong mid-three figures. True top pop MS68 FB FT examples have sold in the low to mid-four figures at major auctions, and if the population is razor thin, select records can push even higher. Translation: the dime that looks too nice to spend might be the one that pays. How to find a candidate without a microscope collection. Hunt for original luster and a hammer strike. Tilt the coin under a bright, soft light. Look for a full cartwheel affect. No haze and minimal contact marks in the open fields. Then go right to the reverse torch. Are those two horizontal bands split cleanly from rim to rim? Are the vertical lines fully defined? If yes, check the obverse for a sharp portrait, crisp lettering, and clean rims. If you're seeing lots of ticks across Roosevelt's cheek or scuffs in the fields, it's not a top pop contender. Bag the best one in a non-PVC flip and consider grading if the torch is truly full and the surfaces are elite. Now the second lane, errors that pay real money. This is where even a circulated coin can jump into the hundreds or thousands when the error is bold and dramatic. Missing clad layer. A Roosevelt dime since 1965 is copper nickel clad over a copper core. If one clad layer is missing, one side will look coppery and the coin will be slightly underweight. These are eye-catching and genuine pieces routinely sell in the mid-hundreds. High-grade examples can push into four figures. Tip: weigh the coin. A standard dime is about 2.268 grams. A single missing layer piece often comes in noticeably lighter. Avoid sanded fakes. If someone ground off a layer, the reading and rim will look wrong. Off-center strikes, the more dramatic the better, but keep the date. A 40 to 70% off-center 1996 D dime with the date and mint mark still visible is a showpiece. Expect a few hundred into low four figures depending on severity and condition. If the date is missing, value drops hard. Double struck, flip over double struck. When the coin is struck twice, sometimes rotated in between, it creates a wild overlapping design. These are scarce and can bring $500 to $2,000 plus when crisp and well-centered. Flip over strikes that show both sides on both faces are especially desirable. Wrong planchet. This is the moonshot. If a 1996 D dime was struck on a cent planchet, it would be copper-colored, weigh 3.11 G, be slightly undersized for the design, and may lack full rims. These routinely sell in the thousands. Either wrong planchet and foreign planchet strikes exist and can also cross into four figures. If weight and color don't make sense, don't clean, authenticate. Unplated steel isn't a thing for 1996 dimes, but unplated, no nickel layer dimes are. Those are the missing clad we just covered. Also watch for broad strikes without a rim, partial collars, and capped guide strikes. Cool errors that range from $100 into mid-hundreds when dramatic. Common traps to avoid so you don't waste time or money. Polished coins are not valuable, they're damaged. Polishing removes the original mint luster and creates hairlines that guarantee a clean details grade. Shiny isn't the goal, original cartwheel luster is. Next, don't confuse a nice strike with full bands or full torch. Zoom in and confirm both bands are fully split with no bridging. And remember, the 1996 W Roosevelt Dime exists, but it's a special issue from West Point found in mint sets, not circulation. That W coin is collectible but typically sells tens, not thousands, unless it's a top-grade pop leader. How to hunt smart. Dime boxes are cheap to search and still produce. Ask your bank for customer wrap rolls and full boxes. Customer wraps are where older, nicer coins hide. Use a 10-9 loop and good desk lighting. First pass, cherry pick for luster. Second pass, check torches for full band separation. Third pass, scan edges for weird copper shows or uneven striping that might indicate a missing clad. Always handle by the rims. Steel tweezers and sweaty fingers will ruin value. Sort into 3 piles: face value returns, nice CUBU, and grays verify. Label flips with date mint, weight, if odd, and your notes on strike. When to grade. If your 1996 D looks truly gem with a killer torch, no obvious ticks, blazing luster, full separation, grading can make the sale. PCGS uses FB on the label. NGC uses FT. That 2-letter tag is what turns a few dollars into a few hundred or a few thousand. For errors, certification is your credibility. You'll get more and sell faster. Submit through PCGS or NGC. If you're new, use a dealer or a membership to submit. Where to sell for max money. Big pieces, top pop, FB, FT, or dramatic certified errors do best at heritage auctions, stacks, bowers, or great collections. Strong raw coins and minor errors can do fine on eBay if you use sharp macro photos and the correct keywords. 1996 D Roosevelt Dime FBFT candidate, missing clad layer, off-center with date visible. Always check recent sold listings, not asking prices, to set expectations. Quick recap so you can act today. 1. Look for a blazing 1996 D with a fully split torch FB/FT. An MS67, MS68 can be worth thousands. 2. Hunt bold errors. Missing clad, big off-centers with date, double struck, and wrong planchets. These can also land 4 figures. 3. Don't clean. Protect and grade the best candidates. 4. Sell where serious buyers are. Drop a comment if you think you got a full band/full torch 1996 D or a wild error. I'll point you to the right diagnostics. And if you want the next video, I'll break down a 1982 No P dime and show you exactly how to spot a real one in under 30 seconds. Until then, keep your loop handy and your flips ready.